Long before temples were raised, before kings carved their names in stone, a different kind of arrival altered the course of humanity, one not born of earth. Ancient texts, both biblical and apocryphal, hint at a secret hidden in plain sight. According to Genesis, there came a time when the population of humankind multiplied, and daughters were born unto men. It was then that the sons of God descended, drawn by human beauty. These celestial beings, known in Hebrew as the Ben Elohim, were not ordinary messengers of heaven. They were watchers. Hundreds of these entities are said to have descended upon Mount Hermon, a mountain later sacred to the Canaanites and Hebrews alike. Over time, shrines to Baal, Zeus, and Pan dotted its slopes, a silent tribute to the supernatural history buried beneath its stones. The Watchers, Gregorian Greek, Iran in Aramaic, were originally created as divine custodians, assigned to silently observe early humanity and report back to the heavens. But watching wasn't enough. What began as observation turned into intervention. They chose to walk among men, to take wives, and to share knowledge forbidden by heaven's law. This was not just defiance, it was an awakening. Their descent wasn't just physical, it was ideological. The Watchers brought teachings unknown to mankind. They revealed the secrets of the stars, the power of language, and the tools of war. They were builders of knowledge and architects of early civilization. Yet history remembers them as corruptors, demons, and traitors. Among the leaders of this rebellion was Azazel. Revered in some traditions as the Lightbringer, Azazel gifted mankind with metallurgy, teaching how to forge swords, shape armor, and mine the earth. To women, he offered the art of adornment and cosmetics, a symbolic unlocking of feminine mystery and seduction. Their unions with human women birthed the Nephilim, giants of strength, intellect, and spiritual force. Half human, half divine, they were anomalies of nature. Some say they were protectors, others monsters. Their very existence challenged the divine order and invited retribution. But Azazel was not alone. Shemyaza, the Watcher's appointed chief, taught root work, enchantments, and rituals once known only to celestial realms. His role was not only to guide, but to awaken. Other Watchers followed with specialized knowledge. Armoros shared the art of lifting curses and breaking enchantments. Araqiel opened the heavens, revealing the language of the stars. Kokabiel taught mankind to map constellations and navigate by the sky. Azazel brought weather lore and the ability to read the signs in the clouds. Shamsiel unveiled the mysteries of the sun, its timing, and its sacred cycles. Sariel taught lunar phases, fertility rhythms, and celestial agriculture. Penemuel introduced the written word, unlocking the power of communication and preservation. Kashdejan brought the healing arts, early diagnostics, and the foundation of medicine. These weren't random lessons, they were blueprints for civilization. Their influence was profound and deeply feared. Religious institutions later demonized the Watchers, accusing them of corrupting creation and violating the natural order. But the knowledge they offered still echoes through time, hidden in the roots of language, the stars of astrology, and the rituals of ancient societies. Some texts go further. Kokabiel was described not as a rogue, but as a prince of stars, his domain celestial, not infernal. Araqiel, though fallen, guided souls to judgment, acting as a gatekeeper between life and death. Shamsiel, whose name means son of God, once guarded the gates of Eden and was said to walk beside Moses into paradise. He bore the standard of Uriel, one of heaven's greatest archangels, into battle. Even Sariel, often feared, was once a spring guardian, connected to the fertility of the earth and invoked for protection against darkness and disease. The story of the Watchers is not merely one of rebellion. It is the story of light cast down into form, of knowledge that could uplift or destroy. And perhaps that is why the early church, and later the Vatican, sought to bury this tale, because if true, it changes everything. It blurs the line between divine and human and dares to ask, who really taught us? And what was the cost of that forbidden wisdom?